I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The wait is finally over. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
Coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Now Sayers. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They run with Sayers. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here's Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. Rolling to his left. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A drive there of just 4 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They get it to Sayers on the screen. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now. Now Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
A run. This is Sayers. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or at college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. To throw is Sanders. Looking to throw on second down. Washington's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4 brings up third and 11.
On third down, Hubbard. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Sayers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. From the gun on third down, Sanders. And he's got his man on the out route.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Redskins nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1 yard gain.
Sanders to throw on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Sanders throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On the give, this is Sayers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Sanders now looking to throw on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Sanders operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 40.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This quarterback now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Here's a give now to Sayers. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 2nd down now. It's Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Redskins send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll run with Sayers. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Sanders From the gun, he'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got White here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And this one is too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Got an open man. It's Foster. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up
up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the New York Giants. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. To throw is Sanders. To throw on second down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On the draw, it's Sayers. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open. Receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Sanders going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
It should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
A run at Sayers right side. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Offense.
And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw. Sanders. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Sanders now going to throw on 3rd and goal. Yeah, he's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
You got it.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the jump. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run.
2nd and 11. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
A gain of 14. And a Redskin first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. He'll drop to throw, and this will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin 32 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now the try here for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Here's Sanders on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And here come the Redskins now. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the crossing route, complete. That's Fleming. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
On the set. 93's the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Back to throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Redskins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Sanders throwing again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Back to throw. Sanders. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To throw is Sanders. Operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Second and 6. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Redskins send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now back to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Foster on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit and get things going in the excitement area.
Sanders, off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Sanders now. From the gun, he'll throw. Washington's got it. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. Looking to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Season, Charles. Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.